Something I've noticed is how little we outwardly appreciate each other while we're present in each other's lives. When we're going about our daily lives, we tend to get into these routines, we follow them on autopilot, and until that routine changes, we don't notice the little beauties that are happening around us. We tend to be more likely to notice the absence of things than we are to notice and cherish the presence of them. Now, there are occasions that we're reminded to treasure the people in our lives and take a moment to recognize them. Unfortunately, these moments usually come after tragedies. So we'll hear about something, and at the stark reminder of the preciousness of life and the thought of these tragedies affecting us personally, we have these moments of gratitude and deep appreciation for the people around us. After hearing about a catastrophe, we send thoughts and prayers and maybe a social media post or two. But then as the news about the tragedy slowly dies down and is taken over by other news, so do our thoughts about it, unless it directly affects us. In 2018, my junior year of college, the weekend before finals, in the early hours of Sunday, April 22nd, there was a shooting at a Waffle House in Antioch, Tennessee. As people were waking up and going about their Sunday morning routines, possibly hearing about this tragedy on the news, maybe even sharing a post about it on social media, I was in Antioch, on the phone, telling my social work cohort and our professors that one of the 4 victims of this shooting was one of our own. So the next day we come to school, and what should have been a day of exams and presentations and mock-ups of our experience in our field and the bundle of stress that comes along with being a college student at the end of a semester, we came in to canceled finals and an empty chair where D'Ebony always sat that slowly filled with cards and flowers throughout the week. We spent our finals week talking about D'Ebony. We shared our favorite memories about her. Many of us stayed in the social work wing after class, each day, for a whole week during finals, because we wanted to be together, to cherish each other. This time got me thinking about how what we were doing in memory of D'Ebony was great, but it would have been better if we had done it while she was still around. Now, I hate to admit this, it's only fair that I do. Before this tragedy, obviously I knew that I saw the group of people in my cohort every single day. And I always knew, and never will ever have a doubt in my mind about this, that this group of people is made up of beautiful souls that I care about so deeply. But I didn't take the time to sit down and think about that before this tragedy. And I definitely wasn't pulling out every member of my cohort to tell them how much they meant to me and what beautiful people they were and how great they would be in the social work field. Even though I was reminded of these things constantly, and I saw these people almost every day for 3 years, I never really took the time or the energy to express to them what I knew in my heart. And I made a promise to myself that day to do whatever I could to remind people how much they mean to me whenever I can. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot going on in life, and it's really easy to get caught up in that daily hustle and bustle and just let things slip past us. Before the shooting, I never realized how many Waffle Houses there are. There's a lot of them, and they are everywhere, not just in Nashville. Here too, I pass them almost every day. It's ridiculous. And every time I see one, I think of D'Ebony. Now, I won't lie to you, for the first little bit, I would see a Waffle House and think the universe was taunting me about taking away my best friend and my birthday buddy way too soon. Now I take it as an opportunity to remember her and cherish those moments we had and think of her laugh and her smile and her sass. Seeing a Waffle House used to be something I'd let slip past me. I probably couldn't have told you whether or not I'd passed one during my drive on any given day, and I assume this applies to you as well. You probably see a Waffle House and it's just something you drive right by, thinking nothing of it. And why would you? After all, they're all over the place, and it's easy to let them slip by without a second thought in the middle of your busy day. But please promise me you won't do that to the people you're surrounded by. Don't let yourself get so caught up in your busy life that you unintentionally take advantage of the presence of people around you. Take those extra few seconds to acknowledge and cherish the people that you see regularly. Notice the details about them, the way they walk in a room, their smile, their personality, the way their eyes light up when they talk about their passions. Take those extra 20 seconds to outwardly cherish the people around you. Because we never know when it's going to be our last chance to do so. Don't let that chance slip through your fingers. And to you, all of you, I hope you know that you are loved and appreciated and cherished. I'm so glad you're here, in this room, in this community, and in this world.